Hello everyone, this is Aegis, and it's March 22nd, Thursday, March 22nd, and we're on Tal'Darim Altar today. It's gonna be a TVP between Dignitas Select and Mao's Mana. I don't know what the CC stands for, I guess I'll find out later. But they are spawning top and bottom on the same side of the map, so this does give Mana a little bit of an advantage over here, with the Colossus able to range the high ground. So we'll see if this game gets that far. Of course, Select a very strong player. He almost never misses those snipes on those high Templar. So Mana will want to watch out for that. Mana bringing his probe out to scout. Headed, looks like it's gonna be going in the wrong direction first. Select gonna be throwing up his first supply depot as well. And basically, in this matchup, most players do like to expand pretty early, try to get up to a pretty powerful army before doing any sort of timing attacks. We'll see what these two players decide to do. I've seen some players who do like to do a little bit of early game pressure, maybe with Blink Stalkers, or off of two barracks as a Terran player. There's the barracks coming up for Select, and Mana is going to be scouting to the cross position from his base right now. Have the gateway on the way, and Select now sending out his first SCV. It looks like it will be headed towards where Mana's probe is scouting, so they will cross paths eventually. There's the barracks finishing up, no gas on the way, so it does look like Select will be going for a very fast expansion off of that one barracks. We'll probably see him throw down a bunch of barracks afterwards. The SCV is going to cross paths with that probe. And Select throwing up another supply depot as he knows that probe is on the way. And back at home, Mana is throwing up a cybernetics core as well as mining the gas with just two harvesters. We'll see if this is actually a mistake, or if he's just trying to get up enough money to get the warp gate research and then going for a little bit of a mineral boost and then expanding. Looks like Select bringing his SCV out towards the front. The supply depot's lifting, and the Marine does clean up that one probe, and there's the expansion coming up for Select. Mana now has three guys in gas, and it looks like he will be throwing down yet another pylon. Still no signs of another expansion. He is getting out his first Zealot. There's the Warp Gate tech on the way as well. He may be saving up for that expansion right now. There's the expansion for Select. It's about halfway complete. And there's the barracks coming up for Select. Gonna be doing barracks 2 and 3. We'll see him probably get some reactors and tech labs before going for any additional tech. Mana does have a probe finally returning mining over there. There's the first stalkers out on the field, and the Nexus now on the way. Mana checking the backside just in case there are any SCVs scouting over there. I believe Select is just assuming that his opponent is expanding, as he hasn't actually seen anything. He knows where his opponent is, but he hasn't been able to do anything in terms of actual scouting. There's the SCV now retreating, and the Stalker moving towards that watchtower. The bunker is now complete, and there should be some tech labs on the way for Select. He does have those selected right now. Second orbital command on the way, and Mana's natural expansion is also halfway complete. Additional gateways on the way for Mana as well. And there's the SCV transfer and the tech lab now on the way for Select. Mana now getting his second gas up and running. He will put 3 guys in that gas, and we'll soon know what tech path he will be going for. We generally do see Robotics. There it is, Robotics facility now on the way for Mana. He also has a Stalker scouting to the front just in case he sees anything moving out, and there's Select actually moving out just before that Stalker moved in that direction with a ton of Marines. So that probe does see the Marines moving out, and that Stalker will know to head back home. A couple of Marines retreating as well. Looks like that Stalker may get caught. It looks like Select is going to micro forward, and that Stalker takes really heavy damage down to only 12 HP, and it's going to head towards that watchtower and take a quick break. That Stalker is going to be really close to death there. It looks like it will get away, and Select bringing a couple of those SCVs back to work. Oops, cancel on the supply depot over there. Stimpack is now on the way for Select, and over here Mana is getting his first observer out in the field. It's interesting to see that he hasn't really made any sort of units. He does have a single sentry and a zealot working away on those destructible rocks, so he may be looking to clear those up and take a relatively quicker expansion. The Marines watching the top of that ramp. One Marine headed down to the third base area, just checking for any sort of proxy pylons, just in case. Mana trying to finish off these rocks, only about halfway complete with that right now. The Colossus tech is on the way for Mana. Does have the +1 ground armor on the way as well. Gateways 4 and 5 also on the way for Mana, warping in a couple additional zealots just in case. And there's the reactors on the way as well. Select getting up barracks 4 and 5. And he's got a single mule saved up over here. Has a Marine checking this ramp over here just in case a large Protoss army decides to swing around that side, and destructible rocks finally getting close to falling. Additional pylons on the way for Mana. He really doesn't want to get supply blocked over there. First Colossus will be hitting the field real soon, and Select will want to have Medivacs real soon, so he does switch over on the factory to be able to get that reactor. Medivacs now on the way. And Mana taking a third expansion very quickly at the 9-minute and 30-second mark, so he will have a booming economy. But the question is, if Select decides to attack, this could be trouble, especially because he doesn't have too many sentries out in the field. I see about 2. We can take a look at the unit counter tab, and there are 2 sentries, and it does look like Select's army is quite a bit larger, but Mana's army will soon become more powerful. A Stimpack going down on the Marines and Marauders, trying to pick off the Stalkers, and it looks like, oh no, Select missing that concussive shells upgrade early on, so he's only now getting it. And the combat shield is also on the way. He may try to hit a timing with these Medivacs, as well as the combat shield and the concussive shells finishing up at the same time, still maintaining those 2 bunkers just in case there's a really big attack up at the front. Mana moving his units over to the left side just in case there's a drop, so he's definitely reading Selects very well right now. This drop is headed across the field right now, and there's a transfer of probes, so Mana should be ready for this. The Stalkers are in position, but his units are out of position to defend the main, but it does look like Select will not risk that. He does have a factory floating towards Select's natural expansion, so he will see what's going on over there. More units coming out for Select. He's got a Medivac kind of doing its own thing. It's completely empty, and there's the unload from the 2 Medivacs, perhaps getting ready for some straight-up aggression. Select will be joining his units up, maybe going at the natural expansion and the third base at the same time. Mana is going to be forced to split up his army a little bit. Select positioning himself to do some damage over here from the low ground as well. There's a bunch of Marauders and Marines. Medivac's going to be doing the healing action, and here comes Select's other small army. Is going to be pushing into the third base, going to try to do a little bit of damage there, and there's the warp in from Mana. It looks like there's the load up trying to take down that Medivac, and it does go down to completely full. But over here, Select continuing to do some damage. Looks like he may be able to take down this Nexus if he focus fires. Looks like the Stimpack going down once again, cleaning up a couple of these Stalkers, and he will lift and fly away. Another Marine guarding the third base over here. Select is behind economically though, because he only has his third command center now on the way, so no third orbital as of yet. Mana did take a little bit of damage from that two-pronged attack, but not enough for this game to turn in favor of Select. There's the factory floating away. I know Select has the larger army or larger supply count, but definitely